Hey guys, welcome back to another chilly day in Switzerland. Today, we're going to discover God's promises in our new series, Snowed In. I can't wait to explore the Alps with all of you today. Before we do, we're going to worship. Everybody stand up and let's sing together.
I'm only human, I'm not like you. I tell a lie, you tell the truth. I change my mind, you speak, you act, you keep your promises. He says he's with me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper. He says he loves me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper. I'm only human, I'm not like you. I tell a lie, you tell the truth. I change my mind, you speak, you act, you keep your promises. He says he's with me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper. He says he loves me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper. Dance, now feel the beat. Everybody rock, get on your feet. Dance, now feel the beat. Everybody rock, get on your feet. Dance, now feel the beat. Everybody rock, get on your feet. Dance, now feel the beat. Everybody rock, get on your feet. I say promise, you say maker, promise, maker, promise, maker. I say promise, you say keeper, promise, keeper, promise, keeper. I say promise, you say maker, promise, maker, promise, maker. I say promise, you say keeper, promise, keeper, promise, keeper. He says he's with me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper. He says he loves me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper. He says he's with me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper. He says he loves me, I know he'll always be a promise maker, promise keeper.
What are you doing?
We're supposed to be on the gnome hunt, so I've been searching for gnomes. You remember we got the note the other day. It says gnomes will be hidden in random places around the inn each day, and we won't know his secret knowledge until we find him.
Yeah, I know. And I was looking, but then I ran into Rocky.
Rocky? The one who promised we could compete in the snow cone eating competition that disqualified us for not having winter attire? That Rocky?
Yeah, that one. I was thinking that we could jump into one of the lodge games today. Do you want to help me figure out which one we should do?
I'm actually really busy. I don't have time for that. I made zero progress on this gnome search.
Please?
Fine, let's see the list.
Okay, so we have partner skiing, bobsledding, oh, and my favorite, yodeling competition.
What about that indoor snowman building competition?
Ooh, we are gonna dominate this competition. Okay, I'll go meet with Rocky and sign us up. I need to make one quick trip, but then I'll meet you in the lobby soon for the snowman building competition.
Okay, but do not get distracted. You have 15 minutes and do not want to do this competition by myself.
I promise I will be back just in time.
Okay. All right, I got all the supplies. I've got my hat, the scarf, the crepe paper, the carrot. Okay, so where's Aaron?
Last call for all contestants competing in the Indoor Snowman Challenge.
Where's Aaron? He promised he would be here. This is not cool.
Welcome to the Indoor Snowman Challenge. For this event, each hotel competing in the Winter Games will select 2 guests to work together to build an indoor snowman. Here's how you play. One partner will be the snowman, and the other partner will build the snowman by wrapping his or her partner in a full roll of crepe paper. Once the snowman is completely wrapped up, the partner will decorate the snowman by wrapping a scarf around the snowman's neck, attaching a carrot nose, and finally a top hat on the snowman's head. You'll build your snowman as fast as you can. The guest with the fastest time will win the event for their hotel. Contestants, thank you for representing the Alpine Inn, Switzerland's greatest family lodge.
Oh no, I'm the only contestant that showed up. If I don't have a partner, we'll have to forfeit the event. Hey, can you help me out?
Well, sure.
Great.
What do we? Oh,
You're a snowman.
okay.
Hold that there.
All right. What?
And, just spin.
Spin.
Spin. Really?
Oh my goodness.
So fast.
Oh.
Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Now we need a hat.
That doesn't fit. Okay.
And a scarf.
All right, that's perfect.
And
that's nice.
hold this to your nose.
We did
it! We did it!
Great job, contestants! You completed the Indoor Snowman Challenge with a record-breaking time. Thank you for representing the Alpine Inn in this event.
I'm sad Aaron missed out on the indoor snowman building competition, but I am so glad that we were still able to compete.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, you missed it. You almost gave me a panic attack. I thought you were gonna have to forfeit, but don't worry, I had someone step in and they helped me with the snowman building competition. But where were you? You promised you would be here.
You are never gonna believe what happened, okay? After I talked to Rocky about signing us up for the snowman building competition, I figured I had time for the yodeling competition too.
Uh-huh.
So I signed up and I got in. I was just getting into my yodeling thing and I yodeled so much that I started coughing and choking. I had to leave the competition early to get water, and by the time I got back to the lobby, you were already building your snowman, so.
I'm sorry that happened, but you promised that you would be here and you weren't. You're the one that wanted me to compete in this thing in the first place, and I was focused on the gnome search. And now, you left me.
All right, I get it. I broke a promise and everything, but maybe I can help you look for the gnome to make up for what happened?
Yeah, you can help, but I've looked everywhere. I checked in the kitchen, the spa, the ice lake, my room, the fireplace, all the shelves.
Have you checked your backpack?
No, but I guess it doesn't hurt to look. And here it is! Good work! Okay, so let's pinch its nose and find out about today's promise.
Let's do it.
In the Bible, there's a true story about a woman named Naomi. Naomi was very sad because her husband and her 2 sons had died in the land of Moab where they were living. Naomi was left with the wives of her 2 sons. One was named Orpah and the other was named Ruth. At first, Naomi was very sad. She didn't know what to do. When she heard that God was providing food and help for her people in the land of Judah, she decided to go back to where she was from so she could have a better life. When Orpah and Ruth wanted to go with Naomi, she insisted they stay in Moab, the land they were from. This made the girls very sad. They cried, saying, "We want to go back to your people with you." But Naomi insisted the girls go back to their families. Orpah decided to go and said goodbye, but not Ruth. Ruth told Naomi she couldn't leave her. Ruth wanted to go where Naomi went. She wanted Naomi's people to be her people. And best of all, Ruth wanted Naomi's God to be her God. Naomi realized that Ruth had made up her mind to go with her, so she stopped trying to make her stay in Moab. The 2 women went on their way to Naomi's hometown. When they arrived, it was time for the harvest, and all of the fields were full of wheat. Naomi and Ruth needed food, so one day Ruth decided to walk behind the farmers in their fields and pick up any of the grain they dropped. The field she went to work in belonged to a man named Boaz. Boaz was Naomi's relative and saw Ruth working. He thought about how kind she was to help Naomi. Boaz wanted to take care of Ruth, so he told his workers to let extra grain fall to the ground for Ruth to have. Boaz fell in love with Ruth, and they were eventually married. Naomi was so happy that God had given her a new family to love. It wasn't long before God gave Boaz and Ruth a baby boy named Obed. There's a promise in Psalm 46:1 that says, "God is our protection and source of strength. He is always ready to help us in times of trouble." God kept this promise and was with Naomi and Ruth, giving them protection and the strength they needed.
Man, this little guy is full of some amazing stories. I can't believe he was with you the whole time everywhere we went today.
You're right, It's exactly like the promise in our Bible story. Just like God was with Ruth and Naomi, He's with us too. He's with us when great things are happening in our lives and when hard things happen, like when you got choked while yodeling.
Well, it's one of the greatest promises I've ever heard. God was with you when you felt all alone at the snowman competition, and God was with me in my yodeling disaster. Oh man, I really wish we had known this the other day when we were so upset after our plane landed here. God is with us no matter where we are, whether it's the beach or Switzerland. And He wasn't surprised at all when our plane got rerouted.
Right, and no matter what happens in the future at this crazy ski lodge, He will be with us, and I am so glad I never have to feel lonely ever again.
What do you say to us sticking together like Ruth and Naomi to go get some hot chocolate?
Let's do it!
Wow, Brooke and Aaron had a pretty crazy day at the Alpine Inn, but I'm glad they finally found the gnome when they looked for him together. I cannot believe it was hidden in Brooke's backpack the whole time. And once they pitched the gnome's nose, we learned a lot of things on how God's promises is always with us. Even when Ruth and Naomi had some hard things happening in their lives, God was always with them, helping them in their time of trouble. That's what we need to know today. Let's all say that together. God's promises to always be with me. I had so much fun with you guys discovering that God is with us no matter where we are or what is happening in our lives. I cannot wait to discover about more of God's promises. Before you go, let's talk to God. Let's bow our heads. God, thank you for loving us and never leaving us. No matter what happens, help us to remember your promises are true and that you are always with you. We love you and amen. Thanks guys, see you soon.